Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back. Some more of our Justin Fields Bears rebuild. We have a lot of stuff going on right now. We got a trade offer for Anthony Miller. 4th round picks. 3rd round pick. Dealing them right here week 3. It's just not something I'm thinking about doing. We're going to import a local file. And that's it. Real 2022 draft. We're going to see some crazy stuff in here. Obviously, we don't need a quarterback. What do we do here? Receiver, maybe? I think first things first, we shore up our line. That's what I do in every single rebuild. And also what to do at linebacker. Another one I have to think about. What we do at linebacker. So weekly trade, I'm not going to do those trade offers. We got a breakout player. It's Mario Edwards Jr. Okay. Hold him to less than 100 yards rushing or get him 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, a tackle for loss, or a sack. Okay. One thing I'm going to do as well is I feel that Nichols can play this piece. He's 24 years old. And I really like Mario Edwards Jr. That we are going to put Eddie Goldman on the trade block. We'll see what pieces we get for him. I don't think we're going to trade him. We'll do the same thing for Danny Trevathan. I don't think anyone's going to bite there, though. And we'll kind of go from there to the Falcons game. Simulate training. What the Falcons going to be in? They're going to be all blacks. Let's go all whites. Let's go.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Matt Ryan. This is a crazy good offense. A defense is being built.
It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready.
We get to set the stage.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Trevor Lawrence not doing great against Miami.
Between the Chicago Bears, and ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply.
All right, Justin Fields threw 2 picks last week in the rain.
And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Well, let's protect the football.
He had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing.
We need to run the football.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Sean Watson's playing, obviously, in Houston.
On play action, they'll throw.
That's up to Allen Robinson. He threw it, so he couldn't get a step in it, but we're going to take some shots this year, though. We're going to take some shots early in this game.
Who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea.
Darnell Mooney.
I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him.
And Vegas is 0-3.
Rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Carr not looking great. Cam Newton, being the glitch master he is in Madden.
methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now.
Nowhere to go there.
They've come out with a purpose. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Falcons' 31-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught on the right
Caught
side.
by Allen Robinson.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And they ran into each other.
Picked off at the 17.
Of course. He's gone.
It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone of the Falcons.
One's supposed to go underneath the other.
It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six to
Oh, God, the luck.
as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result...
Tariq Cohen, let's go, baby.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll go
Of course, it's Grady Jarrett playing all over the field as normal.
They get 6.
The guy's an absolute beast.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And that's to be caught by Darnell Mooney. Good adjustment.
The tackle's made at the Falcons 16. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
The rookie's going to check in, Herbert.
Which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now. But you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
He'll get just a yard on
I meant to throw it to him, but he wasn't out there.
There that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box,
Wrong button.
whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Big hit there.
right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
And David Montgomery into the end zone.
Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
All right, dealing with this offense. Matt Ryan.
He was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Davis, he'll try to run for it.
And Davis, not going to get it.
It's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
Good play there by Monty.
Handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
So do I.
Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series...
We're going to go for it here. This is a Matt Nagy special. Our job is on the line. We got Montgomery. You can pick up 1 yard.
He's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler.
There's nowhere to go with that football.
Home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
This is some Matt Nagy football, though, so obviously you know we're going for it.
Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes in their
And there it is! Montgomery breaking a couple tackles.
might be bigger and lead to an interception.
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
1-on-1.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Darnell Mooney the target there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They run Montgomery. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Wide open. Tariq Cohen.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Tariq Cohen, the speed on him.
Also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. That's 7.
Let's go to little man coverage here.
As they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So
Forced him out of bounds.
Got them down there the first time. Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. He completes
And that's Julio Jones doing Julio Jones things in the middle of the field.
takes it across the 40-yard line. That one
The guy is completely
pickup of 18 yards.
uncoverable.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
There's Pitts.
Gonna get a solid gain of 9 before being brought
Pitts is scary, man.
and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Davis. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped.
We allow
too shy of the
him to just
10 yards there and a first
slowly
down
get
for the
comfortable in the
Falcons.
pocket. Matt Ryan's going to carve us up.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Catch there by Julio Jones, and let's face it, we're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. 3rd among active players in receiving yards, starting 2020, just 852 yards behind tight end Jason Witten.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run.
Pitching, and it's going to be Eddie Jackson. Good penetration.
They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy.
Kyle Pitts is banged up, the rookie.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
And Hicks with the pressure forces the throw out of bounds.
Well, so a drive that spans
Big players
and yet you may only come away with
and
3
big
points.
plays.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And
It's either Mooney or Miller.
Last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablets.
Miller.
What you did on the last drive.
And that's a little bit too far.
It's a whole lot better view.
It's a good try.
How to fix things there. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half.
Screens, man.
Possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And taken right on the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take
Knocked away. Good play by Trevathan on Hayden Hurst.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends.
And he stopped short.
That contact.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that
Wow, that was
so your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown.
kind of forced that one.
Tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And
First down.
This up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards there and a first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision making?
I love the decision making and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season and has finally found his way in
Oh, I missed him.
last year in Los Angeles with the Rams. Had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 40-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession, which hands 1st and 10. Getting set to go again. We look at the back heading on to the again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
That's knocked away by True Font. Let's go. Intended for Ridley.
Bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Holding, receiving team.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
So that one will be accepted. So the ball down to the 6.
Can we get an Allen Robinson throw here?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And he's taken down. Back in his own
Nowhere to go to that.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
The Falcons take over first.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to
Good
take
play.
a shot.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Second and 3.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
Short.
I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
And we will skip
All right.
the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the
Nowhere to go. Akeem Hicks.
The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack on first down.
And that's picked off by Jalen Johnson. Intended.
And great field position.
Well, it looked like Julio Jones.
17-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be brought down
First
this
down.
time at the 5-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive game.
Got it.
It's caught.
Cole Kmet, his first receiving touchdown of his career.
Cole Kmet with his first career NFL touchdown.
At least in this franchise, because he's still a rookie.
To their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
That's off the turnover.
Here trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And there is Akeem Hicks again.
But it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again here on.
That's Julio Jones against the rookie Graham.
He'll be out of bounds across
Julio Jones is going to embarrass him.
Even with a 3rd and 2 coming up, they got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. And that is in.
And it's knocked out by Jalen Johnson. What a good play.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started.
He's stepping up.
That would have been a 1st down. Instead, he saw the contact on
He's a step up with the departure of Kyle Fuller.
It's 4th down.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in
Cole
by his
Kmet.
tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This is a handoff to Miller.
First down, Chicago.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. Miller with a first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up.
It's all good.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing.
It's all good.
It's a crowd to its feet quite like a big.
All right, Allen Robinson. 101 outside.
Special there. Boy, was he moving. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll buy some time right.
Cole Kmet.
Back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Pressure off the backside.
Chicago Bears believe they got a steal getting Cole Kmet out of Notre Dame, the tight end, in the 2nd round because on most boards, he was a consensus #1 tight end. He can block, catch the ball downfield, and it was funny talking with a scout right before the draft, and he told me, I think there's a lot more receiving ability for Cole Kmet than people think. We just saw evidence of it.
Yeah, I think Cole Kmet can do some good things if he can hold on to the football.
2nd and 12.
And that's overthrown.
But it's incomplete.
If I wanted anything, I wanted overthrown more than anything.
As that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the end zone, but knocked away.
There's his, he threw it.
Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Makes the score Bears 24.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece
All right,
of cake
defense.
anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I
Wow,
would
Davis.
right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you
This formation is disgusting.
game plan calls for them double and triple covering him,
What's the one-on-one for Julio there?
numbers, that tells you the excellence of Julio Jones.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Ryan.
And that's Khalil Mack. Let's go.
Taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Oh, and Davis. Look at that hole.
Down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory...
Washington not doing great with Fitzpatrick.
A little surprise pays off.
Likely because of that defense.
Instead of run, gets him 15 yards. A first down carry for Davis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field.
Holding.
So let's see about the call.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
After the penalty, it's Davis. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Oh, wow.
Move this all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
You almost broke one there.
Impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook.
Going out of bounds?
Just about what you want.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Ryan. This
Yes.
is caught by Davis. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question is, when you're a head coach, What do you look at stat line-wise for your core? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
I wasn't big on that play, but
So far, they head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's got
Miller beat him.
He'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. And
Jimmy Graham.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
2 tight end sets for the Bears are just magical if you have a good QB.
Now here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is
Get Tariq Cohen in here.
Find out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Mooney.
Darnell Mooney.
This time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead,
The Laylon Robinson out here, post. It's not double teamed.
things that they consider safe.
Dancing to his left.
It is.
Now we're going to get
And Justin Fields is injured. Looks like his left hip.
while the training staff
So we're going to have
take a break.
Andy Dalton come in. The Red Rocket, see what he can do out here.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And
Please
he's
don't go
able to
down.
pick up the first
I don't want to go down to Foles now.
right at the 10. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the
Give me a lower back sprain, it'll be all right.
First down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. They try again.
Cohen.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up.
31-13.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
Oh, wow, Davis.
Right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal.
Let's keep them ahead of us.
No, you
We don't want to blow a lead like they did in real life last year.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throwing left
Good hit there by EJ.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ryan.
Oh, wow. He actually got there.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful.
Oh, wow.
Hit you going back the other direction.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, a gift to Davis.
Just couldn't get there, but what a great tackle by Graham.
Out of the 14-yard line.
One of the hardest
It'll make this a
backs to tackle in the league.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
operating from the gun. Ryan, it's caught. Jones.
And Julio.
And he picks up the first as he's
Julio Jones.
7-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. They'll try and run for it.
And there is Hicks.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen.
Wow.
It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Here's Ryan.
Knocked away. EJ, a little hand fighting out there, but hey, it works, baby.
Goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it. Right?
And this is
Yep, he's inbounds.
touchdown.
That's, of course, Pitts.
From 40 yards out.
The ever dangerous safe tight end. He had it. He was standing in the end zone.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A 10-play drive that time. And the Falcons score to cap it off. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football.
So did we keep them under 100 yards rushing? We have right now. Wow.
Football back, unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, they'll go
Wow.
with Montgomery, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for
I just want to get the first.
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
Wait, you didn't have to use that timeout?
Give him 9 there.
He had an injury.
Quick hitter
Okay, that's weird.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
On the pickup. Second and 6.
To throw again is Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there is Quinn. Quinn's getting pressure.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Makes the score Bears 31. Falcons 23.
So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance
Oh,
of getting
whoops.
the ball back.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears. And
All right, and this is ball game.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't
All
you?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting
There we
a win,
go.
no one takes
Pretty good game there.
So
Fields got banged up, but comes in the game. It's all right. Little lower back strain.
something in this young rookie quarterback, because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time
Pretty good.
games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led him to a road victory here, even more.
Well, we kept in Pitts,
So for
Julio Jones, Davis. We kept Matt Ryan, Matty Ice. We kept everything under control on this one, and we take the win. So 226 for Fields, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He is not still injured, so don't worry about that. Matt Ryan, 240, touchdown and interception. Montgomery, 77 yards. Mike Davis at 70. Miller with 3 reverses had 59 yards. Touchdowns by Cohen and Montgomery. Fumble by Anthony Miller, which was out of bounds. Allen Robinson, 75 yards. Touchdowns by Kyle Pitts, Cole Kmet, and Tariq Cohen. Sacks by Fowler at 3, and then Hicks, Mack, Vernon had 1. Interceptions by Jalen Johnson and Forsythe Alulakun. There we go. I'm probably still mispronouncing it. Names are hard, at least for me. All right, David Montgomery. We'll get the receiving back portion. Spin move, okay. James Daniels. Cody Whitehair. Cole Kmet. The guy is going to be a beast. Like we know in our Bears franchise. Our other Bears franchise and their Justin Fields franchise. I think Daz can be something big too. And that makes me more incentivized to trade Anthony Miller. Yep. Mario Edwards got it. Because we kept him under 100 yards. Alright, Colts. He might be dealt at the trade deadline. Still 4th round picks. Patriots want to give me a 3rd. Awareness and block shedding. Alright, the Colts, who made a big move at quarterback this last offseason, have Carson Wentz starting. Jacob Eason behind him. They let Jacoby Brissett leave. I think he's on the Browns, I want to say. Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, Naheem Hines, pretty good run back room. Kalen Grayson, T.Y. Hilton, Zach Pascal, Michael Pittman, Paris Campbell, Rondale Moore, Jack Doyle, and Mo Alley Cox. Will Fries, Quentin Nelson, one of the best, if not the best, left guards in the league. Ryan Kelly, Mark Lilniski. Braden Smith, Quiddy Pay, who they just drafted, 2021 draft. Ben Baganu, Justin Houston, Alden Smith, Forrest Buckner, Grover Stewart, Darius Leonard, Devondre Campbell, Franklin, Bobby Okereke, EJ Speed, Kenny Moore, Xavier Rhodes, Rock Ya-Sin, Nick Nelson, Julian Blackman, George Udom, Kyrie Willis, Sean Davis, Rodrigo Blankenship, and Rigoberto Sanchez. That will be the end of week 3. We do come up with a win. We are 2-1 with Justin Fields at the helm. Let's look at, with 3 games in the books. Actually, we'll do it next week. We'll look at the stats. 1/4 through the season. We'll see how everyone's looking. So, go and leave a like below, guys. Comment and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.